Well, as the old saying goes, another day, another Trump lawyer getting hit with a bar complaint for violating ethics policies. Well, if that's not how the saying goes, I think maybe that's what we ought to change the saying to, because, yep, we've got yet another Trump lawyer who actually served as his White House ethics czar, who has been referred for potential ethics violations to the D.C. Board of Professional Responsibility for allegedly violating lawyer ethics in Washington, D.C. The lawyer is a man by the name of Stefan Passantino, and Mr. Passantino actually, as I said, served as the White House ethics czar during the Trump administration. But he also served, more importantly, and this is where you may recognize the name from, as Cassidy Hutchinson's lawyer when she was testifying in front of the January 6th Select Committee. And Mrs. Hutchinson, as I'm sure we are all familiar with, ended up coming back later on to testify again to the January 6th committee last summer, where she just started dropping bombs that rocked all throughout Trump world. And the reason she did that the second time is because she had actually dumped Mr. Passantino and hired a different lawyer. So what marked the change? Why did a different lawyer spark new revelations from Mrs. Hutchinson? Well, as Above the Law points out, quote, Hutchinson alleged that Passantino, then with Michael Best and Frederick LLP, refused to sign an engagement letter or to tell her the source of funding for the representation, much less to disclose any conflicts. He reportedly counseled her that she didn't have to testify to anything circumstantial, and that she was entitled to say she did not recall an event if even the slightest detail about it had slipped her mind, after pointedly telling her not to print out her calendar so as to refresh her memory. In one particularly egregious episode, he's reported to have forbidden her from voluntarily testifying a second time because, quote, Trump world will not continue paying your legal bills if you don't have that second subpoena. And of course, after this news was revealed many months ago, the Michael Best and Frederick law firm immediately removed mentions of Passantino from their website, for obvious reasons. Now, the complaint filed with the D.C. Board of Professional Responsibility says this. Mr. Passantino represented conflicting interests where informed consent was not requested, and no reasonable attorney could consider that the conflicting interests could be reconciled, where his advice to Ms. Hutchinson suborned perjury and placed her in jeopardy of criminal sanctions to protect other clients represented by his firm, and where his conduct also likely violated other federal criminal statutes by encouraging her to give false testimony to Congress. These breaches violated both his duties to Ms. Hutchinson and his obligations to the administration of justice. To put it in other words, according to the complaint and according to the stories from Ms. Hutchinson, he told her to lie. Now, as a lawyer, you can't do that. Kind of shocked I have to say that, but this is the world in which we live today. Like, you can't do that. And if you do it, you're probably going to get caught. And if you get caught, you're probably going to have to face some consequences, which hopefully is what's going to happen to Mr. Passantino. He joins other Trump lawyers that are facing massive legal complaints, such as Rudy Giuliani and John Eastman and a score of others as well, which just leads me back to the thing I say all the time. If you want to work in Trump world as a lawyer, just remember, there will be no happy ending waiting for you when it's all over. You'll be lucky to walk away with your law license intact. Mr. Passantino is about to learn that the hard way. Hi, everyone. This here is little Athena. And Athena would like to know why you haven't subscribed to Fair and Balanced yet. So please, don't let Athena down. Subscribe today.